What's going on, guys? So today Apple had its big media event, and I thought I would talk a little bit about some of the new things that will be coming out from Apple over the next couple of weeks. So to no one's surprise, Apple updated its iPad. It is now the iPad 2, and the iPad 2 now looks very similar to the original iPad. It has the same 9.7-inch screen, but it is 33% thinner than the original iPad. It's just 8.8 millimeters thick, and it is actually thinner than the current iPhone 4. Has a 1 GHz dual-core A5 processor as opposed to the original iPad's A4 processor, which makes the CPU 2 times faster and 9 times faster graphics. Has the same 10-hour of battery, 30-hour of standby. Has front and rear-facing cameras, so cameras finally coming to the iPad. A lot of people have been waiting for that. You can now FaceTime with the iPad 2, so FaceTime in between your iPhone 4, iPod Touch, and now the iPad 2. The rear-facing camera supports 720p HD video, and alongside both of the cameras, Apple released a Photobooth application for the iPad 2. As you guys know, Photobooth is available for the Mac, and it is real-time video and photo effects. So now you can have little photo effects on the iPad, and also works through your FaceTime, so you can have real-time video effects over your FaceTime call. It has two models. The iPad 2 will be a Wi-Fi model and Wi-Fi plus 3G model, of course. The 3G model will support AT&T and Verizon networks, and over the next couple of weeks it will support a whole bunch of other worldwide networks. Now, one of the biggest things is the iPad 2 now comes in white. So you have a white and a black iPad 2. Hopefully the white iPad 2 doesn't have the same issues the white iPhone 4 has. Steve Jobs has said that the white iPad 2 is ready to ship alongside the black iPad, so it looks like the white iPad 2 will be 100% ready when it is released. Now, the iPad 2 is the exact same price as the original iPad. They didn't lower it, they didn't raise it with the new features. It's just exact same pricing as the original iPad. And the iPad 2 will be running firmware 4.3. Now, I did a video on 4.3 firmware a couple weeks ago. I have a big annotation on the screen where you can click it, and it will take you to that video if you want to learn more about iOS 4.3. Just Apple's next big update to its iOS software. Now, the iPad 2 and iOS 4.3 firmware will both be released on March 11th. No pre-orders for this iPad. Just a release date. You can go in store and pick it up on March 11th, or March 11th you can buy it online and have it shipped to your door. So those were some of the biggest things. They talked about the iPad 2 for most of the event. They just talked about how the iPad was the biggest tablet. Over 90% of the market is iPad. And they also talked about how the App Store is the #1 app marketplace for the iPad. And they also talked about two new apps that Apple is putting out. They updated the iMovie application, so iMovie will work for the iPad and iPad 2, so you can edit your videos right on your iPad. And this will be a universal app for the iPhone and iPod Touch and iPad, but the iPad version will be a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more professional. It looks to be a lot better than the iPhone and iPod Touch versions. I know most of us were kind of disappointed with iMovie on the iPhone, so it looks like Apple really stepped it up with their new version of iMovie. And Apple also talked about GarageBand for the iPad. Now, GarageBand is going to be an iPad-only app, but it looks pretty cool. Edit all your music, make songs, plug in your musical instruments, and play right on the iPad, record, edit, and do all that fun stuff right on your iPad. So that is pretty much it. A lot of iPad related stuff, and just sort of talked about how good the iPad is. Again, new iPad, March 11th is when you can buy it, and let me guys know what you think. Are you gonna buy it? What features are you most excited for? And if you're not excited about it, let me know what you might want in the next version of the iPad. I'll be definitely picking it up on March 11th. I'll have an unboxing for you probably that same day, so look forward to that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.